And good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for DC News Now at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Well, today is a DMV first warn day, and that's where we begin with meteorologist Damon Matson. Damon, what can we expect today?
Yeah, Mark, first time in a while we're talking about some active weather as a cold front is about to move across the region here this afternoon and evening. It may be deceiving, though. It is sunny as can be out there, but soon enough it is going to start to get active, and it already is starting to get active for some of our western counties. That rainfall and some of those storms already firing up back across far western Maryland into West Virginia. Nothing severe at this point, but we do have that heavier rainfall in parts of Garrett and Allegheny counties. There's those thunderstorms just off to the west, and as these storms start to move east across the rest of the area where there is a lot of sunshine, that warmth and humidity, those storms are going to likely intensify in that environment, and that is when we're going to have our peak chance for severe weather, because that's just the leading edge of all of this activity. There's that rain and storm activity going on across Ohio, West Virginia, and again, this continues to move east at a very rapid clip. So if there's one good thing about this event is that these storms are going to be fast moving, but that could also lead to a few problems if they intensify enough. We're talking about damaging wind gusts being one of the main threats we're going to watch out for. Now, the Storm Prediction Center has continued to keep us under just a level 1 out of 5 risk for that severe weather. The entire area is under that level 1 risk, but that doesn't mean we aren't going to see that severe weather, as much so if it were a level 2 risk. In these sort of setups, we can still have plenty of severe weather that we have to keep an eye out for. So again, it's worth staying very much weather aware as we move throughout this afternoon and evening time, especially if you're going to be out on the roadways later this evening around the DC Metro and the I95 corridor. And yes, that excessive rainfall outlook even highlights the western half of the area for that threat for heavier rainfall as well. So we got a lot of things going here today, and as we move throughout the afternoon and evening, we will continue to track where and when those storms will pop up. And coming up in your full forecast here in just a bit, we're also talking about the chance for some cooler weather. So we'll give you all those details here shortly.
All right, Damon, thank you. Our top story this hour. D.C. police say they have a clue that could lead them to the person who shot a Commanders player. DC News Now's Lex Juarez has more on what investigators hope will help crack this case.
Yeah, police released photos of 2 suspects that they say are involved in this attempted armed carjacking, as well as a photo of the vehicle that they recovered, that they say those suspects used to get away from the scene right after. Now, police say these 2 people shot Commanders rookie Brian Robinson on Sunday evening while trying to steal his car. Robinson wrestled a gun away from one of them, and then the other one shot him twice. The 2 then got into the car and drove away from the scene, and police found it in Prince George's County. The Commanders say Robinson went through surgery and is doing well. People living in the H Street neighborhood where it happened say it's unsettling, and Police Chief Conti says all hands are on deck to find the 2 suspects.
When these situations are reported, they make people feel less safe when you have someone who used a firearm in broad daylight in any of our communities. The reality is we continue to drive violent crime down our city.
Well, there is a $10,000 reward being offered in this case, and anyone who knows anything is encouraged to call the police department at 202-727-9099. You can also text the tip line anonymously at 50411. In Washington, Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
Our thanks to Lex, and we continue our coverage this afternoon. A driver's dead after crashing into a townhouse in Gaithersburg. The driver's name has not yet been released. The crash happened yesterday afternoon on Orchard Ridge Drive. 2 people inside the home are okay. Montgomery County Fire says that several families are searching for a place to live. Investigators are trying to figure out why the driver ran into the home. Well, it's estimated that the damages...
Police and Montgomery County Fire Rescue are jointly investigating this incident, as it involved a vehicle. The collision reconstruction team from the county police are on site, as well as the fire investigators from Fire Rescue.
Well, it's estimated the damages are nearly $400,000. Well, heads up, drivers, the 1500 block of Carolyn Street North, west between 15th and 16th Street, are closed. DC Water says the closure is for utility service repairs, and they say it should be closed between 6 to 8 hours. Well, new at noon, moving forward after the storm. Right now, a Virginia lawmaker is anxious for answers. She's asking the governor to take action to prevent a crisis like the miles-long backup that trapped thousands of drivers on I95 back in January. DC News Now, Joseph Omo covers transportation for us, and he has the story.
Yeah, 5 very big questions. The ultimate goal here is to get the governor of Virginia, Glenn Youngkin, on the same page as his Department of Transportation to make sure that we don't have a repeat of the I-95 snowstorm chaos that we had earlier this year. So it was Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger. She is the one that sent this letter to the governor's desk. She is pressing him to take new steps here. She says that we simply cannot have a repeat of drivers being stuck without food, without medicine for over 24 hours on one of our region's most critical highways. Take a look. You guys remember these long lines. They stretched over 50 miles of pure gridlock. Well, Congresswoman Spanberger, she wants to know what steps the governor, what steps VDOT are making to ensure that all recommendations are put into play. There was another report when Interstate 81, a different roadway, was shut down in 2018. Why weren't certain changes applied after that? And is the Department of Emergency Management ready for this upcoming winter? Do they have enough snowplows? Do they have enough salt to assure Virginians and everybody who uses this super critical roadway in our region to assure them that this will not happen again? Those are just some of the questions that Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger is pressing Governor Youngkin on to make sure that this upcoming season is a winter wonderland and not a winter of chaos. Reporting here in Virginia, I'm Joseph Omo, DC News Now.
Thank you, Joseph. And this afternoon, we are getting a response from Governor Glenn Youngkin's office after he was sent that letter. In a statement sent to our newsroom, the governor's spokesperson had this to say. Under the governor's leadership, snow events following his inauguration were managed as opposed to under-preparing for snow emergency events. Well, today, President Biden will travel to Pennsylvania, where he will talk about his Safer America plan to help reduce gun crime, which many parts of the country are facing. Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson has more.
Later today, President Biden will travel to Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, where he will focus on his Safer America plan.
He will highlight how his plan would invest 100 more cops for effective, accountable community policing.
The White House says the plan will call for more funding and better training of police officers.
When it comes to public safety in this nation, the answer isn't to defund the police, it's to fund the police.
Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says the message will build on the recently passed bipartisan gun safety legislation, which is intended to address gun violence across the U.S. The administration is still touting the American Rescue Plan, where, according to them, it helped keep police officers on the job.
We sent $350 billion to local governments to keep cops on the beat, and in contrast, every Republican in Congress voted against the funding for law enforcement, and Donald Trump cut $400 billion from his budget for state and local law enforcement.
And that was DC's Rashad Hudson reporting. On Thursday, President Biden will be back in Pennsylvania, this time in Philadelphia, to deliver a primetime speech on what the White House calls the continued battle for the soul of the nation.